Hi, I'm Rick Higgins, and we've got a special weekly recap, Week in the Life. We got to come up with a better name for this. All the crap that just happened in the past week, and it's a special one. We've got a soccer-playing dog. Oh, we've got the attempted murder of some endangered wildlife, and the best laid plans, which at best are not best laid. So with all that, let's get started with today is a day of planning. It's something that you don't have to do very often when you live in your suburban home, but out here, well, you got to plan. Now, there's two kinds of people. There are those who just drive until they're tired, and then they find some place to sleep. While I am a nomad, I do not have that level of freedom inside of my soul, so I plan. But before we get to planning, I got to show you where we are today. So I used a thing called Harvest Host. Excuse me while I try not to hit my head leaving the bus. It's an app, a website. It connects businesses with people. They let you stay the night and then you frequent their business. I am in the middle of Janesville, California, and you'll be forgiven if you don't know where it is. It's a working farm, which is kind of a problem. Let me show you. So they have horses, goats, pigs, you name it. Do you see that muscle on that horse right there? You see how it's twitching so much? Do you want to know why? Well, let me show you. There's a horse. There's the bus. The twitching is for the flies. You want to guess how many flies are actually inside the bus right now? Now the wind is picking up, which is helping a little. No, it's not. Oh my God. Let's go on. Let's go on fly kill. Two at once. Ooh, gotcha. So yeah, earlier there were quite a few in here, like 100. I've been swatting like hell. They keep coming at me. Oh my God, there's a whole bunch more over there. If you'll excuse me, I have to do some carnage and psychopathic dead fly kind of stuff. Oh, you see this guy right here? This dog plays soccer. You ready? I'm out of breath. I was warned about this puppy when I read the reviews. He will play for hours. Guess who's back? I think the dog wore me out. I kind of mean that in a good way. Kind of not. Anyway, we got some planning to do. Let me catch the breath, and because we have decisions to make. Oh my God. Guess who wants to play ball more? Dog. Haven't got it in me. Yeah, I'm sneaking inside the bus where the dog can't get to me. How sad is that? Let me get some flies out of the way and we'll have a little chat. Okay, here's the deal. This is more or less where I am going to be leaving from. The little point in Nevada, right where it meets California. Now I can go up north where it's nice and cool, or I can go kind of down south where it's not so nice and cool. Either way, in 6 weeks, I have to be in Virginia for an event and to go see my daughter again. So do I go this way or do I go that way? There's actually two big choices in play that are going to sort of decide which thing maybe you can help. Okay, here's the deal. Ow! So, by the way, besides having a whole lot of flies, I don't know if you can see this thing. They told me these things are called goat's heads. They're little spiky. They're everywhere. So apparently I'm going to have to wear my shoes inside, outside, everywhere I go. These things, they hurt. Okay, as I was before I started whining, here's the big thing. If I want to see scenic beauty, if I go north, I'm going to see a lot of wide open vistas. I'm going to see a lot of pine trees. I'm going to see a lot of nature. Now, if I go down south, well, I won't see the trees. I will see desert, and it's just as beautiful. So do I flip a coin? Do I want to go see somewhere nice and cool and beautiful? Do I want to see somewhere kind of warm and beautiful? But it's the other choice. It's the other choice that's going to decide which direction we go. Look who's waiting for me to go play ball. In a minute, dog. In a minute. Give me just 1 minute. Hi. How are you? Hi, how are you? You can't play ball up inside of here. You can't. I'll be out there in a minute. So the big choice for me are people. If I do go up north, I'm going to be heading up through Idaho, Wyoming, South Dakota. There are no people up there in Idaho, Wyoming, and South Dakota. I'm craving people right now. So I'm thinking I'm going to point myself down towards Las Vegas, of all places, hang a left, and then go through northern Arizona and northern New Mexico. There are a ton of little towns through there that I've been dying to go see. That kind of beauty probably appeals to me a little more. So I'm going to start planning before I start playing more soccer. And I'm going to see if I can get the next 2 or 3 weeks locked in. And then I don't have to do this again for a while. Okay, I think I got a plan. Let's see what you think about this. we are here, and we are going to work our way down through a little free BLM land. We're going to go down to Circus, where hopefully I can win a whole lot of money and I won't have to worry about paying for the rest of this. But anyway, then we are going to go down into Flagstaff. And once we go through there, up into Shiprock, Chama, Taos, and Santa Fe. Now let me explain some of those things. Shiprock is supposed to be this huge towering mountain that's sticking out of the middle of nowhere. It came from a volcano. It's very, very sacred to the Navajo people. I can't wait to go see that. Chama, that's going to be a fun one. Apparently, it's the oldest steam locomotive in the United States. And you have this all-day trip where it takes you up into Colorado. It's just this beautiful, beautiful thing. That should probably take me about 2 or 3 weeks if I do that right. And then I'm going to make a speed run right across the United States to kind of get closer to Virginia. And that way I can take my time without feeling like I got to worry. So what do you think? I think I did right. Good morning. I am sitting here in the semi-dark around the edges of Hurricane Hilary. And I wanted to talk about what happened yesterday, the hawk incident. Now, if you saw in the previous video, you did watch that video, didn't you? Anyway, it came out of, just real quick, I have no idea. I think my floor is wet. Yeah, it's hard to tell sometimes if floors are wet or if they're just cold in a bus. I think I got a water leak, and it hasn't. Anyway, that's for a whole nother video. I got to figure out yet again where water is coming from. Didn't even rain all that hard. Okay, the hawk. He basically, or she, came out of nowhere. You know, normally you see things kind of flying around you and you hope they miss you. Well, all of a sudden, bang, it was right there. I had maybe a half of a second to go, oh, look, it's a... And I thought it was kind of flying away, but then on the front of the bus, there's these 2 little mirrors which kind of let you see everything. They're like on little feelers. And well, it got caught in one of them, and it made an ungodly thump. And I could kind of see, because I was doing 55 miles an hour, I could kind of see its wings sort of spread out a little bit. I'm thinking, oh my God, I just killed something big. It's brown. It's not a normal bird. And so I pulled over. The only place I could pull over was maybe a quarter mile up. The guy who saw behind me pulled over beside me. And sure enough, it was a huge freaking hawk. I know, and here's the thing is, I know some people are probably going to complain or say that I did wrong. I didn't know what to do. I knew I had to get him off the bus. I didn't know, should I take him to a rescue place? Are there rescue places for hawks? Once I got him off of the mirror and saw that he was still alive and starting to move, I didn't want to just leave him in the parking lot. That just seemed kind of stupid to leave him on asphalt. So I picked him up by his wings, and if you noticed in the video, that thing probably had like a 4-foot wingspan. It was an incredibly beautiful, powerful animal up close, and frankly a little bit scary when you look into his eyes and that giant beak of his. It's like, this thing could mess me up, and it's probably going to. But I carried him over to this little grassy area. And here's a little odd thing. There were a couple of women that showed up as well. They were Native Americans. They were excited about the feathers, of all things. And they looked actually a little disappointed when we told them that, you know, the bird is alive and is starting to come back. A little strange thing. But anyway, so I stayed around long enough to watch the bird, and it started moving its head around a lot and looking around, and it started kind of, I know it doesn't have shoulders, but where its wings are, it started flexing them a little bit. It already had, I could see that it was moving its talons back and forward. So did it break anything? I don't know, but it was definitely starting to move around. It was definitely acting like it had just got its clock cleaned, its bell rung. So I am very hopeful. I left kind of keeping it hidden from other people. I didn't want to make a big deal and have other folks come and, I don't know, deal with the bird. I just wanted it to get its senses and to fly off. I'm 99% sure it was okay, but I feel bad because I don't know what else I should have done. Part of me is like, I should have stayed and found a number for some hawk rescue place, but I didn't. So I hope I did okay, and I hope the bird is doing well. And the guy who helped me, the guy who stopped, did make one comment, which is kind of stuck in my head right now. If this is the worst thing that happened to you today, just think, the bird could have hit your windshield. I mean, if that thing had hit the windshield and got inside with me, yeah, life would have been a little bit worse. But it was like the one thing you expect, oh, leaks in the bus, you expect this, you expect that. I never expected to hit a hawk, and I never want to do it again. Hi, it is Monday night around midnight, and I just finished editing the video for Lake Tahoe, and I wanted to share with you something while it's still fresh in my mind. Now, if you watched that video, you will have known that one of my bigger problems was I've been pretty damn lonely here on the road. A lot of it has to do with my separation from Nikki. A lot of it has to do with the fact that I just haven't talked to anybody, and I'm one of those people that I get energy, I get more power and charge when I talk to some people. And I spent the past couple of days making this video of, can I find people? Can I find people? I'm in Lake Tahoe. Can I make some connections? And up until about an hour ago, I wasn't sure that it was actually going to happen. I figured I was going to end the video with this whole, oh, woe is me, I'm so lonely, feel for pity on me. But I went on this cruise, and all of a sudden I met maybe a half dozen other people. We just kept talking, and I am giddy with excitement right now. It is, I made a real human connection. I feel so completely, absolutely completely recharged. Now, how long it's going to last, I don't know. I'm probably going to have to find more people in a couple days or two. You know how people crack are. But I have not felt this happy, this so content in quite a long time. And I guess I don't really remember, or I don't realize sometimes, just how important people are to me. And, you know, nomadic bus life by yourself is not really conducive to what I need. But tonight I found what I need. So, yeah, life is good. What happens tomorrow, I don't care. I'm going to sleep well tonight. Got all kinds of things breaking down here. Hi, it is a bright and sunny day. The storms have passed. Maybe I'll actually get a little bit of power in the batteries today, and the latest video that I just talked about is uploading. Anyway, I have a question for you. You have heard of a bucket list, right? Well, I've got one. I had one. The problem is I completed mine. My entire bucket list is done. I mean, there's a couple little small things here and there, but for the life of me, I was trying to figure out what big things do I have left that I want to do. And it's not that I'm underachieving, it's that I was overachieving, apparently. I knocked everything off the list. So, oh, dear God, have you ever got stuck on a floor? So my question to you is, if you were me, and if you were, I'm really sorry, but if you were me, what would you do? What major things could you just not quite die and crawl into a grave yet until you actually have done? I need some suggestions. I need some ideas. And if you can come up with a good one, oh, I don't know, in the next couple of weeks between here and the other side of the country, I'd be glad to do them. Glad to give you credit too. So somebody please help me out, because I'm not being very creative right now. Okay, I think we are stuck. I'm supposed to be heading off to dispersed camping down a 7-mile dirt road. And unfortunately, we have that. And I'm almost positive the bus is not getting through that. Which means I got to back up a mile. Can't turn around here. Nope, that is so soft, sandy, muddy. There is no way in hell. Which means I don't know where I'm staying tonight. That was the dispersed campground. And I got to back all the way up, way down there, in order to even get to the next town. Town being in air quotes. Yeah. The joys of bus life. So yeah, microwave dinner tonight, and let me explain that. I was supposed to be dispersed camping, which is where you kind of go off the grid out in the middle of nowhere where there's nothing around you for 50 miles in every direction. Problem was, all the hurricane that came through here yesterday, day before, flooded all the dirt roads. There was no way in hell I was getting down there. So I'm parked in the middle of a convenience store 10 miles away on a busy road. Good news is they let me stay here. The bad news, I really can't do any outdoor cooking, hence the microwave. Oh, hey, I know. Let's have a little controversy here on the channel. Is it Miracle Whip or is it mayo? And are you in the LaCroix camp or the not LaCroix camp? You know, everything that I seem to really enjoy, everyone else just seems to hate. I love Miracle Whip. And this stuff was on sale at Walmart. What's not to like? Well, I'll tell you what's not to like. Esmeralda Marketplace frozen hamburger patty. This is exactly what you expect it to be. Now, there was one really funny part. I had to back up maybe 2 miles from that big mud puddle. And about halfway through, some truck was coming the other way. Just a good old boy, no shirt, you know the type. And we got to chatting. He's like, you can make it. It ain't that deep. Like, it's not deep, it's the sticky mud underneath. I got a 20,000-pound bus. He's like, oh boy, you can do it. Just rev her on up and head on down through there. I was like, that might work in Nevada, but So that's why I am sitting at Esmeralda Market, Gas and Deli, and RV Park. Although I am not in the RV park, I am simply in their parking lot at the very kindness of them. So I guess that's probably a good way to wrap up this week's adventure. It's been up, it's been down. And you make do. You do what you can when you can. So thanks for watching.